Well, now in the next part of the kinematics, we have to go through it the concept of speed, then the characterizations of speed. Normally, speed means distance covered per unit time. So, speed is basically a scalar quantity. Speed can be zero or positive, but it should not be negative. So, speed of an object is defined as the time rate of change of position of an object in any direction. It is measured by distance traveled by the object in unit time in any direction. So in nutshell, we can say that speed is defined as the rate of change of position in a given time, or otherwise distance covered per unit time. That is what the meaning of speed. It is a scalar quantity. It can be zero or positive, but never negative. Its CGS unit is centimeter per second, and in SI system it is meter per second. The dimensions can be taken from equation distance over time. For distance, we use L, and mass is not existing, so we write m naught LT minus 1. Now, there are various types of speeds. That is, one is called the uniform speed, other is the variable speed, average speed. These are the various forms of the speed. So in the uniform speed, what we know, what we have to go through is that body covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, or body covers equal distances. As it is shown in the graph, we are finding the time is taken on the x-axis, whereas position or the distance covered by the body in meters, that is taken on y-axis. And we are finding as the time will go on increasing, the distance will also go on increasing. So the graph is depicting the uniform speed because object is covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. For example, if suppose that the train is covering 1000 meter in 60 seconds, the train is said to be moving with uniform speed. It means distance is not changing and the time is not changing. Now, if it travels 500 meters in 30 seconds, or if it covers 250 meters in 15 seconds, or 125 meters in 7.5 seconds, then we will find that in all cases it will be uniform speed. Now, non-uniform speed means that body covers equal distances in unequal intervals of time, or equal distances in unequal intervals of time. So it is clear from this definition, an object is said to be moving with variable speed if it covers equal distances in unequal intervals of time, or unequal distances in equal intervals of time, however small these intervals may be. Now in the graph it is depicted, sometimes the graph is straight, then it will be slightly a curved one, there is a slight slope, then becomes a straight, again becomes at the climax. So time is indicated on x-axis and distance covered by the body on y-axis. So an object is said to be moving with variable speed if it covers equal distance in unequal intervals of time. So this we can see in the graph, that wherever there is slightly bend in the graph, the time is changing and the distance is also changing. So either it is covering equal distances in unequal intervals or unequal distances in equal intervals of time. This is what the depiction from the graph. Now we can have an example that suppose that train travels 1000 meters in 60 seconds. Then second time, next is again 1000 meters in 120 seconds, and next 1000 meters in 50 seconds. So what we are observing, that the length covered is same, but the times are changing. So the train is moving with a variable speed or non-uniform speed. Now we come towards the average speed. When we speak average, suppose that the body is moving from east to west. Sometimes its speed increases, sometimes decreases. Similarly, sometimes distance covered is more, sometimes the distance covered is less. So what we do is that when the body is moving linearly from one point to another point, we will see whether distances are changing with respect to time and they are equal or unequal. However, when object is moving with variable speed, then average speed of the object is that constant speed with which the object covers the same distance in a given time as it does while moving with variable speed during the given time. So, average speed of the given motion is defined as the ratio of total distance traveled by the object to the total time taken by the object. That is, now in the graph, you can well see or observe that is time is again taken on the x-axis and distance covered on y-axis. In the graph, it is indicated sometimes the distance covered is more, sometimes it is less, and similarly, the time taken is like 5 minutes at the lapse of 5 minutes each from 10 to 10.15, then 10.15 to 10.30, 10.30 to 10.45. So what we find is sometimes distance is more, sometimes distance is less. Sometimes time is increasing, sometimes the time is uh, varying. That is, at the average, we find that total distance we have to calculate divided by total time taken. And the lapse of time is 5 minutes as shown on the x-axis. The scale is given. X-axis is 2 units, 15 minutes, and y-axis 2 units, and that is 10 kilometers. Average speed will be calculated by formula V average is equal to total distance traveled over total time. However, in this formula, distances will be sometimes more or sometimes less. Similarly, the uh, time will be sometimes more, sometimes less. So we have to add the total distances. So that will be total, that is individual distances, that will become total distance. And similarly, we have to add individual times, so that is the total time. So then total time, total distance is divided by total time. Now, what we have to note is that if car covers distances x1, x2, x3, and so on up to xn in the time intervals t1, t2, t3, and so on up to tn, then average speed of the car will be given by the algebraic sum of the distances, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on up to xn, whole divided by the algebraic sum of the times, that is t1 plus t2 plus t3 and so on up to tn. Some important cases which are related to average speed are shown, are given. Like case 1 is if body covers distances x1, x2 and x3 with speeds v1, v2 and v3 respectively in same direction, then the average speed of the body will be given as, we will add algebraically x1, x2 and x3. So we have written in the numerator x1 plus x2 plus x3 whole divided by t1 plus t2 plus t3. Now, we can say that t1 is x1 over v1. That is, time taken is x1 distance divided by speed v1. Similarly, t2 will be x2 over v2 and similarly t3 will be x3 over v3. We know that average speed is x1 plus x2 plus x3, and in the denominator t1, t2, t3 will be replaced by x1 over v1, x2 over v2 and x3 over v3. Now this is very much clear from the figure, that is v1 are the speeds for x1 distances, v2 that is the velocity for x2 distance and v3 is the velocity for x3 distance. Now it is shown in the graph, that is sometimes distance is less, sometimes the velocity is less, sometimes the velocity is more. So what we have done, that velocities, that is speeds, are replaced by x1 over v1, x2 over v2, and x3 over v3. So if bodies cover equal distances with different speeds, then 3x means we have taken x1, x2, x3 as x. So it will become 3x over. Then instead of x1, x2, x3, we will write x over v1 plus x over v2 plus x over v3, and then we evaluate the numbers cancelling x, and we will come to the conclusion that is 3v1 v2 v3 over v1 v2 plus v2 v3 plus v3 v1. Now, second case is that it is shown here that if body travels with speeds v1, v2, v3 during time intervals t1, t2, t3 respectively, then average speed of the body will be. So again we will say that we will add the distances x1, x2 and x3, that will become the total distance, divide by t1, t2 and t3, their sum, and that will be the total time. So x1 is replaced by v1 t1, similarly x2 with v2 t2, and x3 is replaced by v3 t3 divided by t1 plus t2 plus t3. Now in the final stage we have assumed that times t1 and t2 and t3 are all equal to t. So in the above equation, wherever t1, t2, t3 exist, we will replace it by t. So it is written now, that is v1 plus v2 plus v3 into t divided by 3t. T will cancel off and our net result will come v1 plus v2 plus v3 divided by 3. Now we come towards the instantaneous speed. Instantaneous means at specific instant of time. That is when the body is moving, say from east to west or west to east or north to south or south to north, in any direction, we will find instantaneous means at a specific instant of time. The speed of the body at any instant of time or at a particular position is called instantaneous speed. If body travel a distance delta x in time, delta t. Now delta x means small distance and delta t means small time. Then its average speed will be delta x divided by delta t. Now suppose that delta t is approaching to 0, then we can write the whole equation in terms of derivative. That is delta t approaching 0, then average speed of the body becomes the instantaneous speed. So we can write instantaneous speed as limit delta t approaching 0, delta x over delta t equal to dx over dt. Dx over dt means derivative of x with respect to time or derivative of distance with respect to time, and that will be the instantaneous speed. Now we have to note that in a car or in any automobile, the speedometer of the vehicle will record its instantaneous speed. In case of uniform motion of an object, the instantaneous speed will be equal to its uniform speed.